hang up and dial 911 if you're talking to an AI girlfriend or boyfriend. It's an emergency. SOS.
And welcome back to Dad. Did we just break America?
I'm Skylar, your resident Gen Z doom scroller.
Wow, you said that really fast this time.
I'm Skylar, your resident Gen Z doom scroller.
So you did it fast and now you did it slow.
Well, you were complaining.
I'm always complaining. And I'm Corey, your cynical Gen Xer. And now I'm going to be really cynical because you only have two speeds, fast and slow. That's it?
That's it.
Nothing in between.
No.
Not like lukewarm, it's just hot, cold.
I either take like a freezing shower or a really hot one. So yeah.
Okay. I thought you liked to bathe though.
I also shower. I just like to sit in the bath. I do good thinking there.
That's where you coalesce the vapor of human experience into a viable and logical form.
Yeah, that sounded correct. That sounded beautiful.
Well, Sky, I wanted to ask you. Hi.
What now? Only one question.
I only get one?
That you've been saying that to me my entire life. Can I ask you something? Only one thing. Only one question.
So, we talk about did we break America, but did we hand the future of our country and the world even,
Civilization?
as we know it, to big tech?
Probably.
In regards to the utilization of AI, artificial intelligence. We used to worry in this country about sending jobs overseas, right? President Trump was a big believer in trying to bring manufacturing back here and to bring companies
Yeah, big
back.
proponent.
Right. To bring, that's the word right there. I was in tip of my tongue, but I'm old and I'm a little forgetful. So there you go.
His Joe Biden moment.
Yes. Oh, man. So, but what I'm saying is we used to worry about sending jobs overseas. Now, the new industrial revolution is the technology revolution, right? So we run the risk.
I wasn't sure if you wanted me to answer that because you didn't stop or pause. So I didn't know if it was a question.
I'm just making a statement.
Okay, well, you said right and I heard question mark, but I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. Just asking.
Oh, the ins and the outs of doing a podcast. So I'm saying to you, concept here is forget about giving the jobs overseas. Now we're automating them to where we may not need those people anymore or those jobs because technology is going to do it for them.
A lot of it is really scary. Like a couple of years ago, I remember Elon Musk, which like I thought it was crazy for him because financially, like he's in this business, letting these things continue to grow and get bigger is lucrative for him.
Considering what to grow or get bigger.
AI and all these things.
Well, yes, because he stands to become a trillionaire out of it.
Right. But I remember a couple of years ago, he was like, this is really dangerous and we're not ready for this.
Well, I think
And I thought that was really alarming because like, this is somebody that like, if he was just in it to make the money, wouldn't warn us because like he stands to be a trillionaire, as you said. And he was like, whoa, we have to talk about this. This might be really bad.
So I really do agree with that. I'm not so sure. I don't think we're ready for any of this.
I don't think we're ready for anything. I think we should all go into a padded room.
Well, speak for yourself.
No, the country cannot handle themselves.
Okay, speak for yourself. I guess the concern really
Yes.
is a lot of the white collar jobs that you have now. Okay. Law, finance, marketing, customer service.
Yeah.
Those are all being disrupted right now by artificial intelligence.
Well, customer service, that's probably a good thing.
Well, I don't know about that.
Because there's no service in customer service.
Yes. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but yes,
It might be a nicer experience.
I understand. Well, here's something where I thought that, and I'll give a prime example, right? Of something that I thought AI could be really helpful with. So I've been trying to get a certain doctor, a medical provider, on the phone for 4 days.
Yeah.
Now that medical provider is kind of semi-retired. He's taking some time or whatever. He's a world-renowned specialist, but for one of my conditions or whatever, I'm trying to
Get in touch with your
get
doctor.
in touch with the doctor because there's another medicine we're going back and forth between medicines. Some medicines aren't working great. I actually did ask um the doctor's practice, and you guys do have phones, right? I was trying to get the doctor's medical assistant to reach the doctor because I know he was traveling, and I just want to know if he thinks it's a good idea and can they change the medicine to another one that I've used before, but we stopped it and maybe I need to go back to it or whatever.
Okay.
So there's no rhyme or reason to the fact that there are probably in this department at this medical center, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of people.
Right, like, what are they all doing?
I don't know what anybody's doing because they told me they were going to call me back. That was 2, 3 days ago.
No, right, in that sense,
But
this
they
could
had to call me back. Nobody could answer my query because the doctor wasn't around.
I hate the word query.
Okay, query. The
No, I'm
doctor
not mad at you for saying it, but,
the
like, why did
doctor
they
wasn't around. There was actually a guy, older lawyer who I knew, who used to answer a legal question. Query is to, and I used to drive me crazy.
it's like he's writing the Constitution.
Right. Like, what are you talking about?
Get him a felt pen.
Just no, one with the feather, right?
Yeah, a little feather, dip it
Um
in some ink, and he's all good.
a little bottle of ink and he's all perfect. I kept saying, like, I kept leaving messages. I'm sending now they have an app.
Yeah,
They have an app and just leave messages for your doctor on the app. Well, I've been doing that for 2 weeks.
the doctor has to look at the message.
Somebody's got to look at the message, right? Now, I know all of those things say, like, if you need medical attention,
Call 911.
yeah. So again, I mean, I don't need immediate medical attention, so I didn't do that,
Mhm.
right? But
Maybe 911 will be able to get
I
in touch with
actually
your
got
doc.
somebody on the phone and I said, "Well, what if I'm having some real problems here?"
Yeah,
"Well, if you really feel that it's that bad, you should go to your local emergency room."
thank you.
And I went, "What?"
What was he?
I'm lost. And here's where I said this would be a great use of AI because AI could I could tell AI what my issue is,
Yeah.
and AI could exactly tell them what I'm calling about, right?
Mhm.
And they could immediately help me by having AI tell them what's going on, and we could be all good.
Yeah, no, for sure. I deal with this, and they kind of, like, added, like, a robot feature into it. When you call, like, the pharmacy at CVS,
Right.
they added a robot feature in recent times, but it's so outdated, it makes me wanna pull my hair out. It, like, doesn't hear what you're saying. I'll give it the information it asked for, and it says, "Okay, that's okay, I'll take a break." Excuse me?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm really frustrated by
And then I have to wait for 2 hours to
and
get
I
a
know
call
it's
back.
not, and again, I understand, as my grandfather used to say, the fish only stinks from the head, okay? I understand it's not really the doctor's fault.
No, nobody's communicating with the doctor.
Right. But this is a double-edged sword here in the world because so many technological advancements are very helpful, and we're gonna do much better by being able to solve situations before they become a bigger problem. But in this for the same token, we're also going to get rid of a lot of these jobs because I could have spoken to an AI bot and the AI bot could have communicated via text, email, carrier pigeon, smoke signal, burning bush, I don't know, to the doctor. What my question is, doctor could have answered a couple of things on a phone, didn't even have to call me or talk to me, and they could have automated this whole process. And I don't have to wait for people to call me back. Now, here's the kepa of the whole thing. Their office closes at 5 o'clock, and they called me back at 5:15. I missed the call because I was doing something else, And I called them right back, and I was told that their office is closed. But how'd you call me if your office was closed? It was 5:15. I called them back at like 5:19.
I just don't understand that. Your office didn't close yet, ma'am.
Well, and I called them back and they told me the answering service called and they told me that, and that's the hypocrisy of the whole thing. So in that context, I'm sorry I made this really long, ladies and gentlemen. So in that context, the AI, the artificial intelligence could really help us,
Yeah, it would
right?
stop me from pulling my hair out.
But it could help me because I could have spoken to somebody 4 days ago, gotten what I need done. I could have actually been on the other medicine by now,
Yeah.
and maybe I would feel better, right?
Yeah, you know what it would also be really helpful for? Like, in the medical space, and I'm thinking about the pharmacy world, like, uh, I'm on Adderall. There's an Adderall shortage. There has been for, like, 5 or 6 years now. Um,
Well, Lord knows if that's true or else we just say it's true.
no, there's a shortage.
Okay.
And it's very hard to find somebody when you need your medication every month that has it in stock, but it's a controlled substance. It could only be called in a number of days before you need the new prescription. So then you have to call every pharmacy and wait for their to give a message to their automated system and then wait for them to call you back when they decide they want to call you back and speak with you. And sometimes they connect you and then the person that answers the phone at the pharmacy just doesn't feel like talking and hangs up.
Right. So maybe that,
Like, am I crazy?
no, you're not crazy. And I was sitting there over the past couple of days saying the same thing. Am I crazy? Is there something completely wrong with me? If I don't proactively call back the next day, is anybody going to call me?
No.
And I said to the medical professionals on the other end of the phone, thank God I am not dying right now,
Yeah.
but I am in discomfort. I would like to try the other medicine to see maybe that could help. Is that something that you can help facilitate?
You're gonna have to speak to your doctor.
Who's not there?
Right, thank you so much.
Okay. So, in that respect, the AI is going to be very helpful and can reduce the time, the wait time, can reduce the logistical time of you calling 72 pharmacies to find one prescription.
Like, I don't have time for this.
Well, you're a doom scroller. What else are you doing?
No, it's
But
actually disruptive.
I understand. But the other the problems do arise where
But why aren't we using it for those things?
we are using technology or technology is going to be used to possibly
Possibly.
possibly put people out of work.
Yeah, that's a problem. It's also just, like, there are 2 different paths that scare me. It putting people out of work, and what the hell do you do with that? And, like, that's not great, and that's not, like, really ethical, number 1. And number 2,
Number
there
two,
there are dangers to AI and to relying on these systems. What's that movie where the computers and the robots turn against us? Isn't that a movie?
there are a bunch of movies like that.
I'm thinking of one in particular, but I can't remember which one. Um, but like sometimes I see that vision in my head and it freaks me out. Like these things that we rely on to help us every day and to make our lives easier. And yet technology is so great. And I love them around in a time such as this because God knows if I couldn't get information fast and quick and have something explained to me. But how smart
For
is
it to explain stuff to you
no,
is
but how
great.
smart is that technology gonna get, and can it then be used to work against you and hurt you?
Well, now you're going to a whole nother level, which is something that we should discuss. But,
And it reminds me of that case against, Meta, I think recently.
well, a bunch of different technology companies are all rushing really, really fast to come out with larger, bigger, more advanced AI models and AI capability.
Well, also, like, every advertisement, like, on this subway is, like, for a different AI company.
Okay.
Like, it's so weird. Like, "My AI is the best. My AI is the best. My AI is the best for this." Like, just leave me alone.
Well, you're going to have an economic benefit, and I'll put the financial hat on for a minute. You know oh, what's the matter? You didn't like that?
No, I'm just gonna do my puzzle and let the listeners listen.
Oh, the idea that there's an AI race and everybody is going to benefit from it, and the valuations that everybody's putting on these different AI capabilities are, a little bit outlandish. But in any event, what I'm getting at
What I'm saying is,
is that what I'm saying is that what? How far is too much? It can help with lots of different things, but maybe, just maybe, right?
yeah.
There are only going to be certain different companies and certain different people who benefit when AI replaces certain jobs, certain workers, and streamlines work for certain corporations, right?
Yeah, well, I just think that that's awful.
And are we giving too much power to those technology companies where fewer people are going to be in charge of lots of different facts of life?
It's a monopoly.
Okay, I didn't say it was a monopoly.
I was saying asking if that's what you were alluding to.
No, it's not a monopoly. I'm not talking about actual
It's
monopoly.
not the railroads?
Well, it kind of is,
Well, that's a monopoly.
or was.
Clearly not anymore.
Are we giving too much control over certain facets of our technological life
Yes, the answer is yes.
to a select few that could use that technology, as you bring up, to harm us, but they're using that technology to enrich themselves?
The answer is yes. I asked ChatGPT the dumbest freaking questions. I have health insurance. I'm like, I send ChatGPT, I'm like, is this normal? Am I gonna die?
And it says,
It tells me if I'm gonna die or not. Like, I could go see a doctor
and why would you do that?
just because sometimes I need to know. It's like WebMD, ChatGPT,
Hmm.
little MD.
But think about it.
When I don't want to interrupt you, I ask
If we
ChatGPT.
were worried for 20, 30 years about losing manufacturing jobs to Mexico, to China, to different places, okay? You're now losing jobs not to robots. Like, the automotive industry was in a big uproar for years in the United States because they, put robots into assembly plants and on assembly lines, right? Where a lot of the different pieces of putting together um, automobiles was done by robot now, okay? Instead of hand, by people.
Mhm.
So now you're going to lose jobs to software.
Yeah, do you want me to respond to that?
Sure.
I think it's awful, number one. I think that there's a way, like you say, like we worried for 20 to 30 years about losing these jobs, but you still lost them. So, like, right? So, what did worrying do? I think somebody needs to stop worrying. A leader needs to come aboard and say, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to implement it and change the ways and do new trainings for these people so they could be acclimated and accommodate to the new technologies and they could still have a job and work with that technology. I don't think we should hand everything over to the software and the robots. That is terrifying, and it's a bad idea.
Well, that's kind of what I'm alluding to and getting to, because, you know,
And I'm agreeing with you. How nice is that?
I know this is a stark moment in podcast history, ladies and gentlemen. Write this date down, put down this time and date that you're listening to this podcast, because this is a first. She's agreeing with me. It's not, I'm competing for a job against one of my peers. I'm competing for a job against somebody older, younger. I'm competing for a job as an older person against a younger generation, right? Now I'm competing for a job against software. And the software can do my job better, faster, safer, cheaper, 24 hours a day, doesn't take a sick day, isn't out on vacation, and doesn't need to get paid.
Yeah, but like, I get it, but there's also, like, a human component to things where, like, yeah, can the computer technically do it more efficiently and, like, better, and, like, can the computer do numbers and math better? Because like, there's no human error involved? Probably, yeah, I don't know, I don't really do math in my day-to-day life, I try to avoid it at all costs. But but I, like, think that, like, there's an inhumanity.
You mean it's inhumane?
No, there's an icky feeling when you feel like
So you have the ick.
yes, when things are just, like, all like, you're
Was
reading
it your
something
generation that came up with the ick?
I don't know. When you're like, "Did you write that? And did you didn't write that, and did you even read it before you posted that?" Because nobody thinks a human wrote that.
Oh, you're talking about things that are posted.
Like, just no, like, just, like, people use AI for everything. If you venture that out into the
Well, there's
greater
a big
sphere, there's something
yes, you're getting to it. Come on, roll it
in
out.
like, it just we're just gonna walk around with, like, little robots? We don't even need to talk to each other. What's the point?
Well,
It's like there's an
there is
inhumanity.
there's an is that a word?
I don't know, look it up. You have the same technology I do.
Well, there's a bigger moral issue.
I have lots of moral issues, and this is one of them, yeah.
Okay, and the bigger moral issue is, or the societal issue is, we're not teaching anybody anything, and nobody's learning anything.
Well, why do I have to know anything?
Right? Because I could just go onto one of these AI prompt systems, ask it the question, and it's going to answer it for me. Why would you need to learn how to write, for instance,
Well, because
if
you should
everybody
no, you know why? Because I don't wanna read all of these AI I cannot handle it. As somebody who loves and considers myself an artiste in the craft of writing and making people feel something with my words. Words are powerful, spoken, typed, posted, here,
now
there, and
I
the
can
other thing.
understand it,
You should know how to write.
but I can understand if you're writing something, right? If you're writing something right, that sounded stupid, Corey. If you're writing something and you need a place to start, like let's say you have to write a paper, you have to write an essay, you have to write a speech.
Mhm.
You don't really know how to start. So you ask AI, I have to do this assignment or I have to do this speech. I want to hit these topics. How do I start? Give me a starting point. And I'll probably give you 42 of them.
Yeah, I don't do
But
that, but yeah.
yeah, I'm saying, but for that, hey, why not? It unlocked,
No,
it
sure.
unlocked your
Like,
writer's block.
what I will do is, like, sometimes, like, I'm writing a big research paper right now, and
How
y
big?
5 to 10 pages, I feel like, or maybe just 5, I can't remember. But I usually, when I write a research paper,
It's 5 or 10. She's not sure.
start on the body
Okay.
paragraphs and go back and do the intro because I don't it's like,
Right. Yeah, no,
I
you're
know
right.
what my thesis is, but I don't know exactly what pieces of information I'm gonna pick and choose and which I think is gonna be better.
That makes sense,
So, when I
I think.
when I'm done with it, I may if I'm having trouble making the intro sound wonderful, I may plug the rest of the paper into AI and say, like, "This is my paper. This is my research question. Can you please help me reformulate my intro because I can't speak English anymore?" But, like, if I'm looking for a starting place in my writing, I'll get up and take a bath. Like, I will not ask AI, for example,
Yeah, it's probably something I wouldn't do.
for an article. I will not ask AI for, like, an idea or a starting place for an article. I feel like I will
No,
not
I
dumb
wouldn't
down no, no,
either.
I'm just saying that is a own personal thing that I hold myself to. If I'm talking to a machine about a robot and a computer, then really nobody needs to know what I have to say.
I do use it for research sometimes. When I'm looking for statistics or I'm looking for a certain thing that was said somewhere,
It's a good tool
because
when you wanna be,
like
like,
I'll remember,
updated.
yeah, I'll remember something that another writer said or something somebody said in a speech, and I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
the exact quote. As I, I'll type into it, somebody said this. Where is this quote from?
Yeah.
It'll just find it.
No, 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 totally. It's
But you could
also
Google that too.
no, but, like, sometimes, like, Google takes you on, like, some long adventure. It's and, like,
But
Again,
if
nobody
we're
has time.
teaching everybody to use it, right,
Yeah.
then there's no reason for most people, children, let's take generations much younger than you in
Mhm.
today's world, the children growing up around us, your unborn children. Your unborn children will never know a world without artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I've never really thought about that, so please stop.
No, I'm
No,
saying
no, no,
that's
that's
part
just
of
not a spot doom spiral I wanna go down.
okay, so
That doesn't
there are generations of people who will just like who will never know the world without a cell phone, without a smartphone. You know, we remember in our generation, my generation, a
wait,
world.
wait, speak for yourself.
Well, the smartphone came alive during your lifetime.
Yeah,
Okay. So there were cell phones before that, but they were just basic communication devices, right? You could call people, you could get a call, right?
yeah.
They weren't as technologically advanced as they are today.
No, but sometimes in my dreams, I always remember the day we all sat in the kitchen and decided to get that thing called the iPhone.
Right. So anyway,
Who wants the iPhone now? I don't know what I'd do without this stupid thing.
right. So, but okay.
Never leave home without it.
So what I'm saying to you though is that now you made me lose, it's like the ADD people knock you off your train of thought.
Oh,
So
so awful.
awful. So I'm saying though that it's a societal catastrophe waiting to happen if I don't need to learn mathematics. I don't need to learn
It
science.
feels like dystopian.
Right. I don't need to learn how to read, how to write. It could read to me.
No, no, no. What's that book? What's that book? I read it in middle school. What?
1984.
No, I didn't read that. What's that book? The Giver. Did you read The Giver? It's a dystopian novel. That's what I thought.
I don't think I read the.
Okay, this is what. Okay, so it's interesting. You should read it. It's a just. You could also watch the movie, but the book is always better. But it's a dystopian novel about a seemingly utopian society that has eliminated pain and conflict through sameness
I'm not quite sure what any of that means.
at the cost of individuality, emotion, and choice.
Right. So here's the
It just
problem.
feels like a cold world.
Well, that's the problem in a nutshell, right?
Yeah.
So the problem in a nutshell is where are we going with this picture? And are we losing a sense of self and a sense of identity by allowing software to control everyday life or be a part of everyday decisions or teach us and learn things? And are we leaving the information? There's a whole generation of people, Sky,
Mhm.
leaving the choice of what information we get facts from
Yeah.
up to software that may be right and may be wrong. We don't even know if it's right.
Well, no, totally. I was doing something before we started this. I wanted to create like a model episode. Charlie Kirk had just been assassinated. And I asked
We
it,
had to get that in there.
what?
The Charlie Kirk
No,
assassination. Can we move on?
this is
Go ahead.
pertinent to the thing. I was
The
asking
thing.
it to write me a model episode so I could see I wanted to see what its idea was in ChatGPT.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure if we were gonna do like one topic an episode, which we do now, or like different
We got a
whatever.
smattering of topics.
Well, different like segments and stuff like that.
I like segments.
Okay. And so I was asking it questions and like helping me come up with names if we were gonna do segments for these reoccurring segments. And I said, Charlie Kirk just died, so that's like feel like a topic that everybody knows a lot about. Can you please do a sample episode with the segments we chose about that? And it gave me this whole episode and was telling me about how like while the shooting was awful, blah 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 blah, thank God he made it. And I was like, what? What?
So it's dead wrong. No pun intended.
Like, we all watched this man die. Aren't you supposed to be smarter than me?
But it's not. That's the problem.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we should hand jobs over completely to computers. We should train people how to have the skills to advance with this new technology.
Right. So your proposal is we shouldn't give jobs up to AI. We should have AI help us do our jobs better.
Yeah.
instead of AI just completely taking over a job, as
Yeah,
in
that's
telling the human beings goodbye, good luck.
yeah, it's like, what are we all gonna do? We're all just gonna sit around? Like, I like to sit around just as much as the next person, but, like, I actually need to, like, stimulate my brain and do something.
Really? When did that start happening?
I work
I
every day.
understand, I forgot. So,
Oh, I forgot.
mhm, so,
I had a meeting today, I ran up, I ran down, I was all around.
so what do we do? Do we ask, these technology companies, should they have to put safeguards in to
Yes.
AI?
It can't just be allowed to, like, do whatever the hell it wants to do.
Well, it's not there yet, but
But it will be,
eventually it will become like
and what's stopping it from,
like
like,
eventually it will become
killing you?
like what's in the Terminator, right?
What's stopping it from killing you and your family?
It's a good question.
Like, is that keep anybody else up at night, or is that my cross to bear in life?
It could just be you.
That's positive because that's not my area of expertise, and I can't do anything about it.
So
I can make policy proposals, but other than that,
exactly. So I think that we are
that's why they pay me
embarking
the big bucks.
yes, that's why we pay you the big bucks. I think we are embarking on one of the greatest technological advancements of our time, but yet there are many dangers to it.
It reminds me again of the Meta case that I just spoke about actually in a class recently.
That's not
March 2026, there was a new case. This is in the BBC against Meta. Campaigners welcome media and YouTube defeat in landmark social media addiction trial.
okay. That's what does social media addiction have to do with this?
Because AI is the thing that runs the algorithm.
That's totally different.
No, it's not.
That is a totally different topic. We can get to that on another pod.
No, it's not. It's interesting.
I understand it.
AI runs the algorithm. These people are suing Meta and YouTube and all these things over the death of their children.
But that's not the AI's fault.
But it's the algorithm's fault for pushing content on these people that already have issues. They found in one case, I think in 2022, that the algorithm on TikTok was pushing a young suicidal girl was giving her content about how to take her own life.
Well, that's a problem, but and that is a safeguard of AI that we have to put in there.
Well, it's an interesting, and that's why they're saying it's a landmark case because for a long time, these big tech companies and big tech social media companies have really gotten away and have said like we don't have any responsibility for what happens to our users on this platform or
Well,
as a result of.
that's a general disclaimer, but I think that
But they've gotten away with that, and courts have upheld that for a long time.
but it's true though. It's buyer beware, user beware, right? If you continually use social media and the AI that runs the algorithm keeps pushing content to you that you're looking for,
Well, the algorithm,
you ask for it.
no, 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 but the social media companies and the people in charge should put safeguards in place to protect the most vulnerable.
But how do they know who the most vulnerable are?
In other countries, they have safeguards for social media where you have to prove your age and you could only do certain things on the apps and you have a different version of the app if you're under a certain age.
Gotcha. Which makes sense.
Because young kids are very susceptible to these things. They don't have their.
Okay, but that's obviously an offshoot, and thank you for taking us on a tangent. Very nice of you.
I thought it was an interesting new advancement.
Yes, that is a definite offshoot of what we're talking about, and that is the next inevitable afterbirth. Like we are putting again, I could have this debate over social media all day, all night, right?
Mm,
Because we are, the world is spending, much needed time out there on social media, on TikTok, Instagram, and all sorts of stuff. So while that all being said is a problem unto itself, And maybe it's all part and parcel of the same thing,
It's all just scary. Like, I don't really know what the answer is, but it's scary.
but we are giving artificial intelligence a very wide berth, a lot of leeway.
Yeah, we shouldn't be.
And that leeway could be very detrimental.
I think we should be more skeptical and questioning about everything, and we're not, and that's why we're just like, "Oh, this is great. It's making my life so much easier." Whereas, like, you question everything and you kind of pass it on to me knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously. But,
Yeah, I don't
like, so I think
fundamentally.
you're, like, a little predisposed to be skeptical of
Yeah, I don't
everything.
believe everything I read, see, and hear,
No,
especially
but
on
even,
social media.
like, trusting these things for like, you wouldn't
Yeah,
use
I don't.
AI for certain things because
Now
you're
it's okay. So
skeptical.
let's take it to its next degree, right? A lot of the surgical advancements
Mhm.
are robotic now.
But there's
So
a person there, no?
hold on.
I'm asking.
Hold on. So typically there is a surgeon operating the robotic arms. And the reason why they use the robotic arms is because for certain sections of the body and for certain parts of the body, they can get to things because the robots are much more miniaturized
Mhm.
and that the robots move much faster and much more accurate. And it's the surgeon operating you operating the robot that's operating on you, and it's multiple small incisions instead of big giant ones, and they don't have to disrupt as many organs or what have you.
That's brilliant.
Now they have done the first non human controlled
So, no, thank you.
operations using the same robotic technology,
Yeah, I'm okay.
right? So eventually, that is coming. That's going to happen. Now, an ambulance is going to show up.
No, I don't like it. Stop,
No, no,
stop.
an ambulance is going to show up, and paramedics aren't going to be on there.
It's Waymo. I think that's what the company's called, Waymo.
Yes, it's Waymo shows up to pick you up. Eventually, a robot may show up in an
I'm okay.
ambulance
I'm really okay.
and take you into the
I'd rather speak
ambulance.
to my comfort robot in the comfort of my home.
Okay, and take you into an ambulance where there is an AI uplink in the ambulance, and there is
Dad,
a robotic system that could actually save your life in the ambulance.
this is scaring me.
You could have a mobile operating room.
Can you stop? It's freaking me
The
out.
ambulance could be a clean room where it's actually as clean as an operating room in a hospital.
They should still have a person in there.
But again, that is eventually coming.
But there should still be a person in there. I want a person.
Okay, why do you want a person?
Like somebody with a human intellectual mind that went to medical school to oversee
But
this.
the AI is smarter than the doctor.
No, but things
It
happen.
did medical school in 5 minutes.
But computers fudge. There's like issues.
Yes, well that would be
A problem.
the story of my life.
Right. Like
My
my
life.
computer the other day just turned off and stopped working.
Yes,
The screen
that
turned
would happen to
blue.
me in the middle of my issue.
So
The
there's like a person there that knows what they're doing. Sorry. I don't know if that's so
Okay,
born in the wrong generation of
you're
me.
getting all worked up about it. Jeez.
My
We'll get you a person, okay? Anyway, I'm saying to you, that's where you're going.
well, I feel uncomfortable.
Think about it.
I don't want to. I really don't want to. I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
You don't need waiters and waitresses.
And that
AI will make your meal for you.
that's disgusting.
You don't need a chef.
That's disgusting.
But are we taking too much out of society?
Yeah, you go to restaurants to eat what somebody's made. It's a craft.
It's an art,
It's an art. I don't need a robot to make me food. If I did, I don't need that. I have the microwave. I can make an easy mac.
which was developed by a bunch of scientists so that every doom scroller like you
And college
could,
student.
right, could have carbs stat.
Exactly, and that's important. But like it plays its role. I have that.
But making a
already.
pizza, a robot can make a pizza.
I don't want it to.
Why? Again, that's the technological advancement we're headed to. I think that There's something to be said about an art form. There's something to be said about human interaction. And there is something to be said for as much as AI could help us do our jobs better, faster, safer, cheaper,
Mhm.
and help us expand our prowess. Maybe we don't want it to take everybody's jobs because then what happens to society?
I'm not saying
What are we
maybe.
doing with all those people who now don't have a job? They have to
It's just a mess. What I'm saying, what do
no,
you do with these people?
they have to be retrained to do something
And
else.
it's stupid. It's a mess. It's not smart.
And the
We
one
are
thing
supposed
see,
to
the
be
one thing that AI is not gonna be able to ever do,
what? Wag your finger in my face?
no, it doesn't have experience.
Right.
It knows what happened before, but it doesn't have a human conscience to learn from.
No, it's not like
Correct, it only knows
we might as well never speak to each other, not have
it
conversations,
it
not
on
learn anything from anything.
it only knows ones and zeros, that's all it knows.
Yeah, it could give you statistical information of what happened, but like the human experience is about relating to other people and the connections we make, no?
Well, supposedly,
And
yes.
we're this idea is completely doing away with that. Like we
Now, I saw this thing out there, somebody showed me that you can have an AI boyfriend or girlfriend.
okay, stop. It's
No,
that
no,
you
no.
need no, but you should speak to a
No, no,
mental
no, but
health specialist about
okay.
that.
No, 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 but it's if you don't have a relationship and you wanna talk to somebody, you can have an AI boyfriend or girlfriend or whichever you like.
Go to a mahjong class, go do something, sign up for a club. I
Eh, okay,
watch a TV show. I
but
read a book.
but it's artificial intelligence that you're
No,
talking
no, no,
to.
no.
It's
You
not real.
no crap. If somebody is so lonely or that they want a relationship so badly that they have an AI boyfriend or girlfriend on an app on their phone, they should speak to a mental health psychiatric professional about that immediately because that is not normal. And I'm deeply concerned about whoever showed this to you and whoever has a fake companion.
But it's out there. Well, when you were a little kid, did you ever have an imaginary companion?
No, but you didn't. I actually didn't. But like, did you? I don't know. People did,
No,
but you.
people do.
Yes, but that's a child. That's a
I
child.
didn't, but that's a human brain thing,
That's a
right?
human brain thing of the child. It's probably a
Okay,
developmental thing.
but you don't need that anymore. You have one. You
Right,
have one.
right. No, 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 no. But we've diverted back. You like your kid. You used to say like the kid's gonna grow out of like the imaginary friend thing. You know,
Right, most likely.
like
We hope.
they do. All right.
Well, some do.
Okay. I can't say I've never had an imaginary friend, but now you're reverting back. You have an imaginary friend as an adult. You have an imaginary companion. What do you put them on a seat across from you at a date?
Well, again, I don't know what the application of it.
Well, you seem to know. You
No,
just
no,
told me that.
somebody showed it to me. You know, there is a lot of pushback on social media and other sites like OnlyFans for there being fake people. Now, there are plenty of men, women, children, dogs, aardvarks on sites like OnlyFans. The next inevitable afterbirth is somebody now who started this thing where
You have a fake
I'm
companion.
your AI girlfriend or boyfriend,
Again, see a specialist
and
immediately.
and I will talk to you all day, all night.
That is a moment where as we started this and you said the doctor says if you're having a medical emergency, hang up and dial 911. Hang up and dial 911 if you're talking to an AI girlfriend or boyfriend. It's an emergency. SOS.
So Romantic AI is one of these websites, okay?
I'm actually so nervous. How much are people paying a
I don't
month
know,
for
let's
this?
take a look. Featured companions. Okay, so they have different women,
Oh my.
and they give you situations that you could talk to them in.
No, I'm okay. I've had enough.
And
I've had enough.
people pay for this.
I've absolutely had enough.
I think
This
it's a
is
by the
this
way,
is the problem. This is why we can't have nice things because
but
people are paying for companionship
but
from robots.
well, people have been paying for companionship since the dawn of time.
At least they were paying for real people to pretend to like them.
but eventually they're going to be robot companions.
No, it's not. That is not normal. That is a psychiatric problem.
That's going to happen.
Right, and I'm telling you that I'm sounding the alarm bells.
Didn't
That is
didn't Star Wars teach us that droids are great and droids are our friends?
Sure, great. I'm so glad. I'm telling you, that is a psychiatric problem. We need to call a therapist in our family and tell her that this is the specialization that she could go into
But
because that's a problem. That is an absolute
but
problem.
it's the next afterbirth of the technology.
But that's a problem.
In any event, whether
My
we like
cortisol levels are so high.
I know you're yelling and screaming. Whether we like it or not, that's happening.
Okay, and I don't like it, and I'm done now.
Yeah, you're done now. You can't take any more.
I'm not done. Yeah,
Overload. We've overloaded Sky.
I need to go lay down.
So, Sky, did we break America?
Apparently, yeah, everybody's a fake companion in their phone, paying $24.99 a month.
Well, you play video games, right?
I don't have a relationship with a fake person that I pay this bot to talk to me. Do you understand how psychotic you sound when you're talking about this? Do you?
I don't know. It seems to be a very big thing, actually.
You've heard it from one person.
No, we just Googled it while we're sitting here.
I don't need you to pull it up again, Dad. I don't want to see
We're
it.
going to go back to it.
I don't want to see
So
it.
that's Secrets AI.
I
This
don't,
is,
I don't even think like you're gonna
this
get
is,
this demonetized before we're even monetized.
but look,
It's weird, Dad. It's weird.
start chatting. Continue.
Does it look like a real person, or
Safe,
does it look like a doll?
safe space for romance. Anytime judgment free.
That's weird.
True to life interactions and unparalleled.
You wonder why
friendship.
people can't speak to each other because they have fake relationships with robots in their phones.
And it's going to create a person for you.
I'm so uncomfortable.
I get it. I understand.
Like
But
this is so bad. This is not good for people.
look,
We already
it could take a generated photo. It could, wow. It could actually take a photo that you have and make that into a person you could speak to.
That is not normal. Call them. If you know them, call them.
So I'm saying that this is the inevitable afterbirth of where this technology is going. Getting rid of jobs, creating massive social interaction issues,
We already have social interaction issues.
and maybe we're heading in the wrong direction when it comes to human interaction.
Well, no crap, because we already have trouble. We complain about the fact that we don't communicate in person enough. We're communicating via the cell phone. Now you're not even going to be communicating with a real person. Excuse me. That's a problem. If anybody's a parent that's listening to this, check your kids' phones. If they have any of these applications, take them to a specialist immediately. Don't pass go.
Well, now you have it, folks. Thank you for listening this week.
Let us know if you're as anxious as I am about this. I need to take a bath now, probably.
You feel dirty?
No, I feel my heart is beating so fast. Anyways, have a wonderful year, night, day.
Week.
Next time you're not gonna hear us. It'll be two different people. They're robots. Enjoy yourselves.